Go live. I think I might turn it off. Yeah. Oh, we're live. Hello, everybody. And it's currently now 7 o'clock here in Tasmania and 9 o'clock in Les Sables d'Olonne. And this is actually a bit of a funny one because we're actually out having a dinner party with my good friend, no, another solo sailor. And so we're slipping this in between dinner. But anyway, we'll get this happening. So what's going on? This big high here in the Indian side of the Southern Ocean is influencing both Guy and Elliot, as we had before. Ian Herbert-Jones is into some interesting stuff. He's right in a transition zone here, and we gave him a weather report because the strengths were quite high and there was a bit of movement. I'll tell you about that. Michael is now on his way to nowhere in terms of finding wind. There's a very light there, but he's heading in the right direction towards New Zealand. Kirsten and Abelish are side by side now, which is amazing. And will Abelish overtake Kirsten? We'll have to wait and see. Simon's just about to turn the corner of the no-go zone in the Pacific side of the Southern Ocean. So we'll have a look at what Guy's got his own little blow coming here right now. I'll just push this up a bit here. And you can see he's had this really strong northwesterly, but it's going to actually build into about 30, gusting 40 and higher, 45, maybe even higher than that. So the seas will be building up, but he's well able to cope with that. He won't be too worried about the no-go zone, but he'll stay away from it anyway. He's heading down southeasterly right now, doing 7.6 knots. Oops, 7.3 knots. Okay, the position just rolled over right then. So the previous 4 hours ago, he was doing 7 sort of higher than that, and now he's doing 7.3 average for the last 4 hours. And as you can see, it's going to blow a bit harder in a minute. So I'll just push this down one so you can see Elliot. Elliot's moving along really well, 5.9 knots, and a good solid breeze there. He's getting 25, 30 knots of real wind and making steady progress towards Perth. So we'll just see what happens to this high. We'll move that forward a day, and this will tell us what's going to happen here. There's a day away. Flattening off. Guy's now got a lot lighter winds, very easy. He'll have 20 knots there and come away from the zone. And Elliot's got a little bit more wind, maybe up to gusting to 30 and so on, so he'd be happy. Nothing to be concerned about. The next day on the 8th, so again, Elliot's doing all right. Guy's starting to get light winds again, and it looks as if Guy's going to have some big light. We'll go to day 3. A little bit more than that. Yeah, he's got light winds, so he's going to be going slow again. But Elliot will be moving quite well, and he's making good progress towards Fremantle, so not too bad there. Let's come back now, and you can see what's happened to Ian Herbert-Jones. I'll blow it up a bit. When we gave him the forecast, he was this weather system. We can't go backwards, but he was in a weather position around about here and blowing quite hard from. He's showing a southerly sort of course here, or southeasterly, but in actual fact he'd be into this westerly airflow now, so he's probably come across, and it is decreasing now. But he's going to be in this for quite some time. Day and a half. This is going to blow from the southwest. It's westerly now, but in about 12, 18 hours it'll come around to the southwest. And Jeremy, he'll be happy to get some breeze. He's currently doing 4.5 knots, just close to the centre of this high, and it's going to increase for him. Did I give you the Ian speed? 6.7 knots, so he's still moving. So now what we'll do, you can see where Tasmania is. We'll just transition this through for a day. That's tomorrow on the 7th. You can see Jeremy's going to get a stronger northerly wind, and Ian's going to be happy in this stuff. So that'll keep him sailing well. He should make a 120 mile day or something. And then coming through to the 8th here, again Jeremy's got a good breeze, so that's 2 days. I want to count the good days for him here. In the 9th he starts to run into a hole, so he'll slow down. This is where it affects his ETA into Hobart. I'll just go to the 10th. There's the 10th. He's still not going to be going fast because he's got this blocking thing here, and we'll just go one. Oh, that's 2. So yeah, not a lot there. This is when he's about to arrive in Hobart. So if we just come back to today's weather, and I'll do a distance. So how far is he from Hobart? He's still 600 miles from Hobart, and he'll be lucky to make 100 miles a day. So he's still 6 days out because he's going to slow down at the end here. So 6 days from now, it's the 12th. Looks like Ada's going to miss him. Oops, sorry, Ada. You're going to miss him. Yeah, hurry up. So anyway, let's get rid of that, and we can look at what's happening with Captain Goog here. You can see he's out there heading towards New Zealand, 5.2 knots. Not a lot of breeze. I should have looked at this commentary when I was coming across with the others. Now he's going to go into this headwind situation, which is dictated by the high pressure that's formed up below him. If we come back a little bit, I'll show you exactly what's going on here. So you can see this still not big enough. The big high pressure in the Tasman, that's this one here. He's on the top edge of that, and that'll dictate what he's going to get for the next few days. So we'll come over to the 8th. On the 8th, he's got, it's turning into a northerly because it's moved away from him, so that's okay. He'll start sailing and he'll dip down with this. So it shouldn't be too bad. He should still be making 100, 120 mile days for the next few days. Let's see what's here. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so bang, now he's come into the leading edge of this high. So it goes from a northerly into a southwesterly. Anyway, he'll keep moving. That's the main thing. Nothing that's going to give him any reason for concern or anything. Here's the big news. Kirsten didn't do quite so well as Abelish in the last 24 hours. So Abelish is currently moving in this southerly at 6.7, and his daily run was only 26 miles. That could be either a mistake or because I didn't think they'd slowed down that much. 27 miles. Okay, because there's two of them, I don't think it's a glitch. As you know, we get lots of glitches, and they can affect the recordings, but that's probably because there was no wind and now it's filled in from the south. So at least they're sailing, and I think we predicted that yesterday. And Simon is now making 7.5 knots, roaring along, and shock horror for the Abelish and Kirsten fans. On the rum line, say between both of them, and we've got a distance now of 600 nautical miles. Whoop, whoop for Simon. He'll be happy with that. So we're pretty much back to where we were about 3 weeks ago when everyone was approaching Hobart. And Simon's got a great break there, so that's pretty cool. So now let's look at all three of them and see what's going to happen. This high that's... This was part of this big high over the on this side that was half the Pacific side, but there's now another low pressure system here, which is probably a tropical low that's coming down. So what's going to happen in the next 24, 36 hours? Let's have a look. So we come through till tomorrow, and you can see this centre of the high is warping right around and going to slow down. Kirsten and Abelish again, they're going to not go a long way. Simon's going to slip into this next system, this one here, because you can see Kirsten and Abelish are on this system. Simon's now entering the back end of another system, which gave him a break previously. That's how he got this break. He got on the back end of one, and Simon and Kirsten missed out. He's going to do the same thing again, and he'll hook onto this and just keep roaring away. And these guys, that the first day is not a good look, and the second day... we come across here, boom, big problem, no wind in front of them. So they're sitting there doing nothing for another day, okay? Simon roaring along on the top of the rum line. So that's going to give him, just those 2 days there will give him another 150 miles combined. So then in the 9th, what's going to happen again? Simon Kirsten going nowhere. Kirsten and Abelish going nowhere. Simon's roaring along. That'll give him another probably 70 mile advantage on the 9th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. And then we've got the 10th. What's happening now? They're into it, so they're sailing. So I think you're going to see Simon pull away another 150 to 200 miles. So he's currently 600 miles ahead. The next 2 to 3 days he might get as far as 800 miles. Going to make some people happy and some people frustrated. And if you listen to the sound clouds that Kirsten put out, you'll understand the frustration that she's going through right now. She's sounding a little bit... Anyway, thanks for that. We'll see you tomorrow. And I was going to use Jess's finger, but I know you always miss my fingers, so Jess, come and stick your finger in. Quick, the fingers have become a big thing. Just face it that way. That's it. Point to one of the boats. Oh, I bet you don't know that. That's